Hello and welcome to an update of our mating game. This is the experiment where we take 4 species of worms and put them in 4 separate bins and compare their rate of reproduction. So we are going to start with our red wiggler bin and see how these guys are doing. The bedding seems moist, which is always good. And I fed in the middle. I think I keep feeding in the middle just until the population increases. Then I can start feeding around the bin. Not that it's a very big bin. Here's a baby. It's getting big. Oh, here's another one. Here's the third one. Where did you go? And there's an adult I see down there trying to get away from me, and he's another baby. So we got a ton of babies in here. Ooh, look at that. They're at the bottom. See all those babies, and another one here. Tons and tons of babies. So these guys have done well, even though we had a sort of a rough start. Here's some more babies, 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 babies. Yeah, really happy with these guys. So I'm not going to tousle them around too much. I know we have a ton of babies. Look at this guy, itty bitty little thing. So I will feed again towards the center. I'll just put some of the drier materials here. And I'll feed in the center. Oops, gotta be careful. They are so tiny. Little guy. Okay, so I weighed out the food. And everybody is going to get the same. This was previously frozen, then I thawed it out. So, come on, come on, come on. And just a combination of peppers and banana skins, I think. Whatever I had. And just a little bit of oyster shell to make sure that it doesn't get too acidic on us. And we're going to cover it up. Obviously they have plenty of bedding, so I don't need to add any more bedding. And I'm really happy with the way these guys are doing. So let's go over to the European nightcrawler bin. And here is our European nightcrawler bin. And let's hope that these guys have done just as well. Although, to tell you the truth, oh, here's a baby. The night crawlers do tend to reproduce slower than, say, oh, here's the adults, than say the blues or the reds. So if I see a couple of babies, I am more than happy. I'll take that for sure. Here is one that is, oops, it's a juvenile because it's large enough that it's not a baby anymore, but it doesn't have its clitellum yet. Sorry, guy. Probably hatched in the first week of our experiment. The bedding here also feels nice and moist. And that's the whole idea. He's another adult. That's the whole idea here, is I want to make sure that the conditions in the bin are as identical as possible. So if one bin needs a little bit more water, then I will do that. Baby. So here's a baby, and here's a baby. Yeah, we got them babies. We got the babies. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm going to, again, feed in the center. So there are less babies here, even though we do have young worms and babies. The red wiggler bin is by far outproducing this one at this stage of the game. And we'll give this a nice sprinkling of oyster shell as well. Okay, cover them up and leave them alone. They're doing well. Now we can go to the blue worm bin. So this is the bin that houses my blue worms, the Perionyx. And these guys, I think, by far, are the most prolific, even beating my red wigglers. But the worms here are really tiny. The babies are like super duper tiny. There he goes, there he goes, there he goes. They are fast. They are fast. Yeah, I'm seeing a ton of babies everywhere. Sometimes they don't come out as well on camera, but there are definitely a bunch of them, especially here's another one, especially at the bottom. They like to be where it's really, really moist. There's more, I think. Which way? Oh, here he is. It's hard to grab them sometimes because they're so fast. There he is. There you are, little guy. And here's more. And right there at the bottom there. And here's a tiny, oops. You almost can't see them. That's how tiny they are. Babies, babies. Everywhere, babies. And young worms as well. The ones that hatched the first weeks of the experiment, because this is week 7, I believe. So, let's give them their food. So right now, I would say it's a tie between the reds and the blues. And then the European nightcrawlers in 3rd place. Or shall we say, if the reds and the blues are tied for first, then the European nightcrawlers are in the 2nd place. Okay, let's go and check check our final bin, which is the African nightcrawlers. Okay, and here they are, our African nightcrawlers. Always save these guys for last. So let's see. Again, the bedding feels moist, but we don't have any liquid at the bottom. And here's a baby. Okay, that's good. That is good. And, oh, I thought I saw another one, but that's just some red paper. Oh, here's our big guys. Here are the parents. There's one, there's two, there's three, there's four. I put 5 in here. So, and they're big guys, by the way. Big, big, big guys. Oh, and here's another baby right there. Can you see it? There it is. So we have at least 2 babies. And I also know, oh, there's a third one. I also know that the cocoon that I found the first week probably hatched. Here's another baby. And there's a cocoon. Can you focus? Yeah. There's a cocoon. So yeah, we've got these guys. There's plenty of babies here too. I'm actually surprised. Okay. See? Babies. So, okay. So these guys are doing well too. I think even better than the European nightcrawlers. So I bumped then the European nightcrawlers to last place and move the African nightcrawlers to second place. And they'll get theirs. So everything is going beautifully here. No more surprises, no more die-offs. I'm really, really happy. I have no idea still what that was and why it happened, but I'm just glad that I'm past it. Baby. And they're doing well. So it looks like all our bins are doing well and all have babies. Some more, some less, but in general, they are all reproducing. So let's see who has the greatest numbers. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next week.